Before the start of the film, Krishna has set fire to his elder brother's motorbike as retaliation for being bullied by him. His angry mother has taken him to the nearby Apollo circus and told him that he can only come home when he earns 500 rupees to pay for the damage. Krishna agrees and starts work for the circus. The film begins as the circus is packing up to move on to its next site. His boss asks him to run an errand, but when Krishna returns he finds that the circus has left. Alone, with nowhere to turn, and without the money to repay his mother, he travels to the nearest big city, Bombay. As soon as he arrives, he is robbed of his few possessions. He follows the thieves, befriends them, and ends up in the city's notorious red light area of Falkland Road. Near the Grant Road railway station, one of the thieves, Chilam, a drug pusher and addict, helps Krishna to get a job at the Grant Road tea stall and becomes a mentor of sorts to him. Baba, a local drug dealer, employs addicts like Chilam. Baba's wife, Rekha, is a prostitute and they have a little daughter, Manju. Rekha is annoyed that she has to raise her daughter in such an environment. Baba had promised to start a new life elsewhere, but it is a promise that Baba cannot, or will not, fulfill. Udharan Chinne. Krishna gets a new name, Chappa, and learns to live with it. His goal is still to raise the money he needs to return home, but soon finds out that saving money in his new surroundings is next to impossible. To make matters worse, he has a crush on a young girl named Salaam, who has been recently sold to the brothel. He sets fire to her room and attempts to escape with her, but they are caught. The fire causes Krishna to get a severe beating, while Salaam, who is considered valuable since she is still a virgin, denies starting the fire and tearfully tries to resist her enslavement. The madam of the house asks Baba to tame her, which Baba agrees to do. Udharan. Meanwhile, Krishna, as well as working at the tea stall, works odd jobs to save some money and help Chilam, who cannot survive without drugs, especially after being sacked by Baba after a disastrous interview with a foreign journalist. Eventually, one of these odd jobs costs Krishna his job at the tea stall. To get more money, Krishna and his pals rob an elderly Parsi man by breaking into his house in broad daylight. Krishna eventually finds out that the money he had saved eventually has been stolen by Chilam for drugs, which he had overdosed on fatally. Udharan. One night, while returning home from work with friends, Krishna and Manju are apprehended by the police and taken to a juvenile home. Eventually, Krishna escapes and goes back to his world. He finds that a new recruit in Baba's drug business has taken Chilam's place and name. Krishna meets Salaam and tries to convince her to run away with him. She reveals that she is charmed by Baba and no longer interested in Krishna. She is driven away to service her first client. Meanwhile, Rekha is told that the authorities will not release their daughter, because the mother is a prostitute. An angry Rekha decides to leave Baba, but Baba beats her in retaliation. She is saved by the timely intervention of Krishna, who, in a fit of rage, kills Baba and attempts to run away with her. But they become separated in a parade honoring Ganesh. The film ends with a slow zoom into Krishna's dejected face.